Welcome back to V3 Design, and welcome back to our continuation on web development. To our old subscribers, you are highly welcome, and to every new subscriber out there, thank you for tuning into our channel. So today we're going to continue from our class on web development, and today's topic will be going into introduction to HTML. Now we are no more having any introduction to web development as a whole. We are down to introduction to HTML. Now remember, I told you all that there are three sections to building a website. We have the HTML, we have the CSS, and we have the JavaScript. Today we'll be discussing the HTML. Now, what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. Now, it is an acronym which means Hypertext Markup Language. H for hyper, T for text, M for markup, and L for language. HTML is crucial because it helps us organize our web page and make it look great. It's like having a well-structured room in your house. Now, everything has its place and it's easy for you to find what you need. HTML is the skeleton of the web page, and it allows you to add fun stuff like pictures, links, and more like decorating your room. That's me using the room as an example. So it helps us to tell web browsers how to display the elements on the web page, similar to how Lego bricks, if you play games, are used to build structures. Going on, what is the importance of HTML? Now, in terms of development, why do we need HTML? What is the importance of HTML? Now, HTML helps us for different reasons. Number one, it helps you to define the structure. Now, if you enter into a web page, right, you first of all see the heading, then paragraph, list, and other elements. Now, it makes users to easily understand and navigate through a web page. Then number two is that it enables interactivity. Now, with HTML, you can embed links, you can put a link into your web page, you can put images, you can put audio, you can put video, and you can put a whole lot of things, which helps to enhance your user experience. That's those coming to your website. And number three, it supports accessibility. Means that if your HTML page is well structured, it ensures that your website is easily accessible. That means it indirectly makes it to be SEO optimized, right? Such as those using screen readers and other technologies. Those even people that can't really access, or whether they have bad network, they can easily see your website or whether see your web page because you have a proper structured HTML. Now, basic structure of an HTML document. Now, this, as you can see on the screen, says every HTML document has a specific structure that includes several key components. I say again, every HTML document has or includes several key components. Now, the first thing you see once you open an HTML page is doc type HTML. The first thing you see there is a doc type HTML. Now let's particularize this. Now everybody, please go to your VLC browser. From our last class, I actually created a boilerplate, an HTML boilerplate, which you can see on the screen. I created this boilerplate just by pressing. Let's just do it again. Now let me cancel this. Now, to create a simple boilerplate, I recap. The first thing you do, just if you have installed that extension from my discussion, my former class, is extension IntelliCode. That's what actually helps you to automatically bring out this boilerplate. Now, just go to your keyboard, type in HTML. And then as you can see, you see HTML, HTML5, HTML-XM. Now, what we need is HTML5. So just type in HTML5. And there we have it. This is a boilerplate, an HTML boilerplate, having just the basic things you need for an HTML document. And the first thing you see here from your boilerplate, right, is doc type HTML. Now, this doc type HTML is always at the top of your HTML page, which tells the browser that this is an HTML document. The HTML tag is like the bread, like bread, right, that wraps up everything. Inside this HTML doc type, we have the head, the body, and every other thing, every other tags. Then going forward, we have this HTML, as you can see here. We have this HTML lang, which you can see. That is the first tag you see. This is the opening tag, right? And this is the closing tag. This you can see here. This is the closing tag. Now HTML tag, this first HTML tag is like the main frame of your house. Like it is after you see the doc type, which is the first thing, the second thing you see is the HTML tag, which is like the main frame of your house. In a layman's explanation, it helps to hold everything together and let the browser know that this is an HTML document. So without it having this HTML tag, this is the opening tag, which is this opening tag, and this is your closing tag. Now without this HTML tag, the browser won't know that this is an HTML document. Thereafter, we have the head tag, which is the opening head tag, and the closing head tag. This is this. The head tag now is a section that is like the attic of your house, or rather, it is like the sitting room inside your house. Now, it holds a very important information that helps your page look its best. Now, let's give an example. Let me show you when. Now, if you see this, all these meta and the rest, thereabout, they all are what helps the website to show here. Let's give an example. Now, this whole thing here, everything you can see here when you go into any particular website online, this whole thing is the title that you put in your head tag. I don't know if you understand. This whole thing here you see here right now is the title inside of your head tag. So anything you put here, this title tag, now we'll put document, for example. Anything I put here, let's say welcome, for example, we write welcome. Now this welcome is going to show on our web page here, means that this page is the title of this page is welcome. Now if you go to some, let's say for some websites whereby you have the about page, the contact us page, now you always see here contact us. It will give the name of the website / contact us. Now this was done through this particular head tag and title tag. So this head tag contains the title tag, which is like a name tag for your house. Now it gives the name of that particular page that you have on your website. Going on, we have the body, which is this. This is the body tag, which is this and this. The body opening and the body close. Now this body tag is like the main section of your house. I'm trying to speak in a layman's term. It's like the main living area in your house. It is where all the fun stuff happens. It holds all the visible contents like text, pictures, the write-up, the links, the videos, the audios, everything that you want your website to contain. This body tag holds everything. All right. Now, going back to our slide. Now like I already explained, we have the doc type, which tells the browser that the document is written in HTML. We have the HTML tag, the head tag, the body tag, and thereabouts. Now, please, these things, have them at the back of your mind because you are going to be working with them a whole lot. Now, in the head section, we then have the title tag, the links, the script. Now, the head tag contains metadata. Let me show you what a metadata looks like. Now, this is your metadata. Let's go. This is your metadata. Now, this is your metadata. Sorry. This from here down to here. Everything you hear, this meta set, meta name, content is called your metadata. That is called your metadata. Now, that metadata that you can see there, the metadata that you can see there is used now. As you can see, from here to here is your metadata. That is your metadata. Now, your metadata, as you can see, is included in the head, which is not directly visible to your users on the page. Now, note that is not visible to your users on the page. Whenever you type in a boilerplate, an HTML boilerplate, it automatically comes out. It is what the HTML recognizes in order to display your head. Now, in your head section, you also have the title tag, which is for writing the title of your web page, and it only appears on your browser's tab, not on your web page. Your title only appears in the browser tab, not on your web page. Then we have the link, which is used to link external resources such as style stashes or whatsoever, or anything you want to link in your website. You use the link tag to link that. Then we have the script tag, which is used to link JavaScript files, which we are going to do later on. So let's just make an example. Let's do some practical. Let's go back to our VSC code. Now if I'm to run this, let's see. You see what is, now I remember I said that your title would only show, it's supposed to only show on your browser's tab. Now let's control save and then go live. When we go live, we are expected to see that at the browser's tab. Now as you can see here, can you see what I'm saying here? This is your welcome. Now mind you, this welcome did not show here. It didn't show here. It's shown only on your browser tab to show that this page is titled welcome. All right, now going on, let's do some samples. Now in our body tag, let's write in something. Let's use a p tag to create a word. Just say p and then press enter. That is if you have IntelliCode on your system, on the VSC. Now let's say welcome to web development class. Now mind you, a p tag is also an opening and closing tag, but a doc type HTML tag is a self-closing tag. Please, let's get the difference. The doc type HTML tag is a self-closing, meaning that it doesn't have an opening tag, which is, let's say, let me show you, which is p. Now this you are seeing here is your opening tag, and this you are seeing here is your closing tag. But this, which is the doc type, which is this that we can see here, is a self-closing tag, right? Is a self-closing tag. Why? Because it's already, instead of it to have, normally when you have an opening tag, there is no slash before it, and then when you have a closing tag, there's a slash before the p. But for a self-closing tag, all you just have to do is open your first bracket, open your second bracket, then before the word you write in an exclamation mark, which you can see here, which is this. Now that is an example of a self-closing tag. We have so many self-closing tags as we go on, but this is just the first one you should know, that doc type HTML is a self-closing tag, but as you can see, HTML is an opening and closing tag, head is an opening and closing tag, body is an opening and closing tag, and thereabout. So if we are to control save this and go live on that, we should see that it will be displaying welcome to web development. Oh, I made a mistake. It should be displaying welcome to web development class. All right, that is how to display a p tag on your web browser. Then also we are going to display an image, right? Going forward, we've passed all this place. Now HTML tags, so like we discussed already, we have the p tag, which is used, we have the p tag, of which this is the opening tag, which means a paragraph tag, and then this is the closing tag for close. Together they form a paragraph element. If you want to write any paragraph on your web page, you make use of the p tag. Now some tags are self-closing, like I just explained, meaning that they don't require a separate closing tag like you have here, opening, closing. But a tag like image, if you want to put an image on your web page, you have to make use of a self-closing tag, which is this. An image tag, as you can see here, is a self-closing tag. Now we are going to make use of an image tag to put in an image into our page. Now let's go back to our VSC. Now go into your browser, whether it is Chrome you're using or whatsoever you're using, right? Go into your browser and just look for image of something, an image of something. Let me say image of a shoe, for example, right? Now, before I go further, I would like you all to get one thing. Now, if you're asked what is an HTML tag, you should say that an HTML tag is a tag used to create elements. It can either be a self-closing tag or an opening and closing tag. It is used to create what? Elements. Now, we are going to deal on the image self-closing tag. Now, first thing you should do, go to your browser. Go to any browser you make use of. I make use of Chrome. Now I'll go to Chrome and I will just type in, let's just type in image of a shoe. Image of a shoe. Let's just use that for our example for practical. Now this is an image of a shoe. Just come on here and choose the one you want to display on your website for practicals. Just come here and choose anyone. Now I have to go to the site so you can get the particular link to that image. Now this is the image you want to work with. So like, I hope you can see what I'm doing. This is the image you want to work in. So I double tapped on it to display the shoe. So you should wait for it to load. Mind you, if you want to display this page, you just have to put in the link to this page. Okay, our image has finally opened, right? Our image has opened. Now let's copy the link to this page. How do you do that? You come in here, you do Ctrl A and Ctrl copy, and that has copied. Now going back to our code, just place in. Now we are to write the image tag like I showed you earlier on. This code you are seeing on here is the code for an image. Now this src is for the source from which you want to get the image from. This src is the source of the image. Then this alt that you can see right here is the right is Now, this src is the source from which you got your image, be it a direct image from a browser, that is a link to an image, or an already downloaded image on your system. That is what this source is. Wherever the image is coming from, you put the source here. Then this alt now is like a description for your image, in case the image does not load. Sometimes you might be experiencing network issues. Now why is this image is trying to load, this alt shows there to signify that okay, this thing that is about to load is an image. Oh, it is the image of a beautiful scenery. Now that is what this alt actually means. Now let's do some practicals. Let's go back to our VSE code and practicalize how to put an image into our website. Now go back to your VS code. Now here we have. Now first of all, we have to get the image. Now let's go to, like I said before, you go to your browser, right? You go to your browser, type in an image of a shoe, and that's all for just for the example of this class. Type in image of a shoe, which I already did. Now this is the image. Now you press visit the site, which is us visiting, and then it goes to the image. Then you press in, you click on the image itself which you're trying to use. You can use any one you want to use here, but the one we want to make use of is this one. Then type on download. Now are you seeing it? Automatically it's downloading here. As you can see, it's downloading. In fact, it has already downloaded. Good. Now how do I normally put my image into my VSE. Now what I do is that I go to my folder, right? I go to my folder where my image is on, which is this. Now go to your downloads. This is my downloads, right? This is my download of the image. Now what I do is that I have two tabs opened. The tab of my image, right? And the tab of my VSE. I come to my first of all come to your VSE code and create a new folder where you are going to put all your images. Now let's do that. Now this is new folder and this is new file. What we are going to do now is we are creating a new folder that would have different image files. Please don't get confused. You are creating a new folder that would have different image files. Now press on new folder and just say images, images, images. Press enter. Now you have a new folder. Now on your new folder, you will then create a new file. Now press right click on it, press new file. Or rather, you can create a new file from here. But what I normally like doing is that all I just do, right, is come here, minimize, go to your this is your tab having your downloaded image. All I just do is drag, right? I drag and drop it here. Do you see what I just did? You drag from your opened downloaded file and drop into your VSE. Now automatically it is already there, as you can see. Now what you have to do now, before you can't do it like this, you first of all rename it. Let's rename it to something else. Let's just say img1. That's image 1. Save. Now then take this image file into your images folder. How do you do that? Double tap, drag and drop it into your image. It's asking us now, are you sure you want to move image 1 into images folder? Now say yes and press move. Now it has entered. Now if you look at it now, if you look at it, we now have two folders: the images folder and then the edit.image HTML folder. Now if you can see now, the image 1 is under images. Now go back to your index.html file, right? Now go back here. Then to put in the source, just come here, type in img, right? Type in imgaes. Oh, sorry, rather type in slash first. You must always type in slash. That's the only way you can access every folder on your system. When you want to access a particular folder, just type in slash. It will bring them out for you. That is why you need IntelliCode extension on your VS, because that's what makes it easier. If not, you have to manually type in everything. But just by typing slash, it automatically knows that we are going to get an image, or rather we are going into a folder. Now as you can see, it's showing us two folders. This slash means this is a folder. Well, what I want to go into a folder. Now we have two folders: the images folder and the index.html folder. What we need is the images folder, so we'll tap on image there, and then it's asking you, okay, good, now we are on images folder. What do you want from the images folder? Now we want image 1, and then tap on image 1. Good, and that's all. That's pretty much all. Now for our alt, which is in case our image does not load, we want to show a write-up saying that this image is for so and so thing, of which we have an image of a shoe. So we can just write an image of a shoe. There we have it. Now control save. Now let's go live and see what we've done, if it actually worked. Now let me change this correctly. Okay. Now okay. Now let's go back to our live and see if it actually works. Now mind you, it's going to display something very big and funny. Now okay, good. Now this is our p tag there showing. This is our image. Do you see how outrageously big it looks like? That's because it doesn't have any classification. We didn't give it the particular size we wanted it to be. We just put an image there. So it's going to give you the image is going to cover the whole full page. So you have to tell the HTML file how big you want this image to look like. And how do we do that? We then make use of something called the width and height. Now let's go back to our code. Now come in here. Oh, my system is about to go off. Come in here. Now what should I do? Just type in width, width. Let's say we want it to be width 480. That's 480 pixels. Then space, we want it to have height 320 pixels. Now control save, and then let's go back and see what if it has changed. Going back, now you can see, you see, now it's showing perfectly at the side of the whole page, means that it has been actually arranged. Now the reason why it is no more occupying the full page is because we now gave it attribution of height, which is from here to here, and width, which is from here to here. All right, and this is how to add an image into your web page. Now going further, we'll add a link. Let's add a link. Now let's look for a link on our system. Now let's come back to this page having this whole shoe. Now let's copy this link here. Copy this link here, right? Control A, copy. Now let's put this link into our web page. Mind you, to put in link into your website, you make use of the link tag, or rather you make use of the A tag. The A tag is a tag that we use to put in links into our web page. Now just say A, automatically gives you the A tag, and that's all. As you can see, this href is where you put it. This href is defines the definition of, or rather the destination from which your link is coming from. Now the link you copy, that will put it here. Just a control paste, and that's all. Now this href is the link you just copied. This is where you have to put the link you just copied. Now we can also put other things like the rel attribute and the target attribute, but for now we don't really need that one, so let's just make use of this one for the now. Now let's control save. Oh, that good. Now now we have the link there, but we need the link to be showing something. So let's just say go here. Now when we go to our, now when we say go here, this go here we're writing here. Now mind you, this from here to here is our opening tag, right? And from here to here is our closing A tag. The A tag is used to put in a link in our web page. Now between here and here, when we write go here, is what the link will be showing, such that when anybody presses on this go here, it takes them to this link that we have here, this link. Now let's see that in action. Control save. Now let's see that in action. Let's see if really this link will take us to this particular page. Let's control save, then go to your port, dispose the first port, and then go live again. Now let's see. Good, it's showing. Now you can see welcome to web development class, the image and the link. That's why I said that we need to put something there, because if we didn't put something in between that A tag, that's this one, if we didn't put this here, go here, there will be nothing for us to click to go to this link. Okay, now let's go back to our this thing. Now click on go here and let's see where it will take us. It will take us to the page. Voila, as you can see, it took us to the correct page. Imagine it now. Imagine the kind of thing you can do using making use of your link. You can copy any link. Now let's copy this link. How to cook. If you want this page to show up, if you want this page, if it's even a YouTube page as well, if you want that page to show up, any page you want to show, just go on, copy the link and copy this link and put it back on our VS Code. Just press Ctrl A, Ctrl copy. I've copied that. Go back to here and replace this link with the one you just copied. Replace the former link with the one you just copied. Ctrl paste. That's it. Now Ctrl save. Let's go live again. Good. Click on go here and voila, it takes you directly.
And we're back. The team is looking down the barrel of a 4.
Isn't this great? This is actually how you make use of links on your website. Well, that's pretty much everything we're going to do for today. That's pretty much everything we're going to do today. As you can see, we've touched on how to include an image into your website. We've also touched on how to put links into your website. Now, of course, as you can see, we have our closing tag, which I already discussed. Well, that's pretty much all for today. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. I hope to see you in the next one. And like I always say, make sure to go on, do your own research, practice, because practice makes perfect.